I want to share with you the email workflow that I've been using for a few years to get to inbox zero and to generally not feel overwhelmed by all of the stuff that's in my inboxes. So this will be pretty nitty gritty. I'll actually show you how I do it because I think there's a couple techniques in here that are worth showing. So I'll also show you how I kind of plan this out in Sunsama. So each day I basically have two tasks that are kind of email related. I have this 15-minute task called daily planning and triage. During this time, I actually go through my inbox quickly and look at things and turn them into tasks or quickly delete them. And then I have an hour set aside where I actually respond and process every email that's come in. So we'll get started on this task. And the other thing I'll note, which is sort of a side topic here, is that this task also tells me what my priorities are for any Tuesday. And I have a couple things bookmarked that I can check. So when I'm planning my day, I find that helpful. So let's hop into my email flow. So here's my Gmail inbox. I'm just starting this out for the day. Haven't really gotten into it too far. And we're going to start with the triage flow, and I'll just do a few examples and then I'll save the rest for later. But basically, here's what I do. I use Gmail in its plainest possible form. I actually find that that's easier because either an email is in my inbox and I need to do something about it, or it's not and I don't need to do something about it. I find using Gmail's tabs and stuff very distracting. So I'll talk about what I do as an alternative to tabs later. So I'll open up emails, just take a quick glance. It's like, okay, this is actually something I need to do. So I will, Command L is the shortcut to copy, go to the link. Command C copies the link. Command Shift A opens up Sunsama's global add task modal. I can drop in the URL to this Gmail like this, and Sunsama will import the email. I'm going to work on this on Monday because that's when I do administrative matters. This will take me 20 minutes, and let's put it in administrative and hit enter, and ta-da, it's taken care of. It's now scheduled into Sunsama, and I also have an automation in Sunsama here to automatically archive emails as soon as I import them. So when I get back here, you'll see that if we refresh Gmail, it's already archived, which is really cool. So Sunsama plays really nice with my workflow here. I'll read this one. Okay, this is just something really easy that I can do during my inbox phase. So I'll hit J to go to the next email. This is trash. This is trash. And I use the keyboard shortcuts aggressively, E to delete. So I don't know why I'm getting this email. I'll delete it. Some days I'm more motivated and I actually unsubscribe from stuff. And I'll just delete a lot of this junk mail I get like this quickly. Okay, this is something that I actually need to respond to, so we'll just hit next, delete, and delete. Okay, so you get the idea. Now I'm just going through, deleting things and reading things. So once I get through all of this, it'll look something like this. All right, so now I have a bunch of emails that I've read. I've deleted or archived anything that was just random stuff that ends up in my inbox. And so when I later go through my daily inboxes task, where I've set aside an hour, I'm actually going to go through each of these and respond to them or do the tiny little tasks that they asked, like signing this letter, blah, blah, blah. Then the other part of my workflow here is I have some tags set up that help me quickly triage. So I have a bunch of filters set up here that automatically basically categorize emails that I get on a daily or weekly basis and put it in here. And they're often things that I don't really need to open even to triage. I can just skim through the subject lines and decide to delete it or not. Maybe this week I want to actually read this. In that case, I'll keep it open. If not, I'll just delete it. Ta-da! And same thing with here. I get a lot of autoresponders, so I just put them in there, ta-da. And then I also have a couple of special tags for, for things like different alerts from different systems, etc. And that just lets me think through things a little more easily. One thing I notice is that I need to keep this system up. So, maybe like once a week or so, when I feel like, oh, my inbox is lighter, on those days, I'll look through my inboxes or my emails and see, are there new things that should be like added to my filter system? But maintaining and grooming the filters is a little bit of work. But once you do it, it just makes things easier. So anyway, that's the flow. And then we've turned things into Sunsama tasks. We've triaged our inbox. And the last thing is to literally open each email, respond to it, and hit send. But yeah, I think that the big takeaways here are, I really love using the simplest version of the Gmail inbox. I think that allows me to focus. It also creates kind of like a binary system of things are either done or they're not, with this kind of third category of they're scheduled in Sunsama. And I also have my own system of labels rather than the things that Gmail makes for you automatically. So anyway, that's how I actually get through my emails each day. So hope you can take some of those techniques and use them for yourself. If not, or if you have any questions, let me know.